Hello YouTube, Fembane here. Today I've got a search and destroy game on one of the new maps. No, it's not new now, but when I recorded it, it was new. Strike, which is an old COD format, as I'm sure you all know. And I go 12-0, although in the first round I get no kills because only one of their team spawned. I'm using MP5K with extended mags, Stopping Power Pro, Ninja Pro, Marathon Pro, Semtex, stun grenades and RPG. And I've got a few things to talk about this commentary, but I'll start off while nothing interesting is happening. Welcoming Walt to the Quantum Gaming UK channel. As you've probably seen, he put up very quickly, I was quite impressed, put up 3 Let's Play Oblivion videos. So I hope you're enjoying them, and he will be probably bringing you lots of similar things like that, lots of let's plays of more single player games, but that's not to say he won't bring gameplay commentaries of online games such as Team Fortress 2 or whatever comes to mind really. And now the actual sort of game is starting for me really. I want to talk about kind of spatial awareness, like situational awareness. A lot of players I see go into a search game not using Ninja Pro. They use Commando Pro, well, the retards use Scrambler Pro, Commando Pro, Steady Aim, stuff like that. First things first, if you're a good quickscoper, Steady Aim helps very little with your quickscoping, so there's no point putting quickscopes on there. As you see, I was starting to rush, but I heard this guy in the building. This is what I want to talk about. There are lots of things that you can do to help improve your game. The main thing is learning how to kind of keep aware of things not just on your screen. This includes listening for footsteps, listening for reloads, listening for claymores being placed, listening for people pulling the pin out of grenades. All of those sorts of things tell you where people are. This can be, as you see there, I throw a Semtex in through that window. That's because inside there's environmental sounds which can be distracting. I thought I heard someone, it was just some piece of electronic equipment making a buzzing sound. You can also, just through practice and playing the game more often, you can learn to become, what's it called? Well, the outside of your vision. Most people concentrate just where their crosshairs are and they move about to look. You'll see a few times during this game, especially when, after I get the ace, the final kill of the ace when the guy is planting a bomb, next round, I see him in the very corner of my screen. So it's just getting used to not looking straight ahead will help you massively in your game. Next thing is when teammates are firing. On your little UAV map thing in the top left corner, there are lots of little green triangles, and when they flash or become brighter, it means your teammates are firing. If your teammates are firing and they're not a moron, they'll be firing at something, which means that there's usually going to be someone nearby. You can also take that one step further by working out how far away they'll be. So let's say if it's a submachine gunner, or someone using the F2000 or a secondary, they're going to be close up, which means if you're using an SMG, you've got a good chance of killing them. If it's a sniper and they don't appear to be quick scoping, then you've got a good bet they're going to be hard scoping someone far away, which means that if you're using an SMG, you haven't really got a good chance of getting them. So it's not worth the risk of sticking your head out the window. This round I get a ace, yeah, 6-man ace, probably helped by the fact that I was host. So in three rounds I got 12 kills, 6 in this and 3 in the other 2. Because the first round I don't really think it's fair to count because there was only one person spawn. And all these sorts of things help you. The next kind of step is working out when your teammates get killed. Obviously if it's not a silenced weapon and you're not playing hardcore mode, or and you're not EMP'd, and they haven't got a counter UAV up, they'll show up in your little map thing, which means you can tell instantly where you are. And as long as you take it a bit more tactically, not rush in there, because experienced players will, for 20 seconds, will be a bit more defensive. Well, once that's happened, once they fired an unsilenced weapon, or they will try and run away, so that they can see you run to where they were, which means that you're going to be out in the open and a sitting duck for them to shoot you. As you see here, this is what I'm talking about. I just see him in the corner of my screen, which most people don't notice, which is a surprise to me. I know when you're watching the video, it seems quite obvious, but when you're actually playing the game, it's much more difficult to tell where people are. So back to where I was. If they are using a silenced gun, the next best thing to do is when your teammates get killed, kind of skull and crossbones come up, sort of thing. And they show through walls, so you can always see it wherever you're on the map. It's just smaller depending where they are. And as long as you've got good map knowledge, like on here, if I saw it over towards A, they're not going to be sitting right next to A usually. So that you can use that to work out where people are. Which means that just using a silenced weapon is not good enough. You're going to need to know when to kill people and know when not to kill people. For example, if I know there's more than one person in the building, until I see the other person, the both people, I try not to kill the other guy unless there's no way to help it. So this game will be coming to an end, so I'm going to start petering out now. And if you want to ask me any questions about this sort of thing, then go ahead, PM me on YouTube or on my PS3 or Xbox. And that'll be good. I'll answer all questions. But as I've said before in another video, I say sound core, which is a massive part of this. It's probably the best you can do. But you don't need a headset. I was sound coring on I think it was a 26-inch TV with not very decent speakers before I got my headset, and I could hear, as long as they weren't using Ninja Pro or crouching, I could hear them. Now I've got my Triton X Pros, I can hear anyone like miles away if they're not using Ninja Pro or crouching on the lowest volume, and on the medium volume I can hear Ninja Pro and crouching. So it really does help the game. But it's not necessary, as you see there, just over Claymore doorway. So until next time guys, thank you for watching this video, and I should have my montage out soon, so hopefully you guys will be looking forward to that. Yeah, see you guys later.
Your work is appreciated. Well done.